We're not wearing headphones, so we don't have an opinion on how good or bad that might have been.
We could very well not even be recording.
Yeah. No headphones today because we're done up.
We're going somewhere after this, so we can't get hair crimps.
Yeah. I straightened my hair too, so I will absolutely get a hair crimp.
I don't know how podcasters don't. Like this. I feel like we're not recording. This feels weird.
Really weird. I'm used to like being in the zone.
Yeah.
Like when those are on, I'm like
it makes me think of my next sentence easier.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know.
I feel like I'm just like performative talking to you right now. Like
exactly. I feel like we're this is fake.
Alex, for sure.
Right.
Like, this feels really fake. Should we like hold it up like DJs?
The wire headphones, Apple Pods.
I'd rather that. This feels really weird.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Hi everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Welcome back to the #1 podcast.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
But yeah, we're all ready today because we're gonna go to Liza has like a little out of nowhere. She didn't even tell me that. She doesn't tell me anything ever. But she's like the face of Supergroup right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you not see all her little commercials?
Okay,
They're really cute.
Yeah, I saw
They're
one
really
of them.
It's so cute. The campaign they're doing and everything. And now they're doing an event out here and they're doing like I think it's a meet and greet.
Oh, wow.
So I got a ticket. I'm going to go meet her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we're going to pull up to that.
She asked us to come, but sorry, Vixen's in the back just doing cat shit right now. And then after that, we're going to dinner. So it's like a full night out, which I like wasn't mentally prepared for. It's also a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So this feels really weird. We also never record Monday episodes on Tuesdays. So this is just
right. Today's an anomaly.
I don't know.
This is pre-recorded because my parents are coming to town.
Oh yeah.
Coming to town. Yeah, right. My mom and dad spent a few days in North Carolina, and then they're stopping here next.
They were there first.
Yeah, so they're just East Coast baddies.
What did they do in North Carolina?
Just chilled, just hung out. My brother lives like in the middle of nowhere. No, that's kind of he lives like an hour outside of Raleigh. So I think they went into Raleigh one day.
Good. God, they were able to go see stuff. So for snack of the day, we were very rushed. So I got something out of the vending machine in my lobby.
Love
I've
that.
never seen it before. This is a Ever Bar.
Ooh, is it chocolate?
Yeah, delicious crispy wafers covered in premium dark chocolate. I don't know. It kind of looks fake. Like it looks like, you know, like in sitcoms at a grocery store, like canned food is like all like just really generic. It looks really generic to me. But I kind of have high hopes.
Whip it open.
Oh, yeah. It's like clean ingredients. Coconut fat. Okay. Potato starch. Why is that in my chocolate? Oh, well, the wafer. Ooh, it looks good.
Yum. I'm so hungry. All I had to do was a piece of toast.
And now you're going to have this. We're also getting omakase later, guys. I'm so excited.
You just grip that thing.
What else do I do? Oh, it's like chocolate wafer.
Yum.
See, I like vanilla wafers that are covered in chocolate.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God, this is so good. New favorite snack.
This is really good.
This is so good.
Holy shit.
It's like perfectly rich, still sweet chocolatey, but not overly sweet.
Airy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And like actually dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. This is incredible.
Wow. I am blown away right now.
We should look them up, see if they have more.
They probably do.
It's like a luxury Nutter Butter.
Minus the peanut butter.
Yeah. Wow.
Wafereverbar.com. Lovingly crafted by two brothers who found the perfect recipe for a low-calorie, low-sugar, non-GMO treat that's simply irresistible.
Wow, bros.
Us? I'm only seeing chocolate.
Like just the one flavor?
They did one thing and they do it good. Wow. Yeah.
You know what? I like when brands do that.
Me too.
Like In-N-Out.
I respect it. Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
fix
like
it
I
if
would
it ain't
never
broke.
want In-N-Out to get like bacon or like, ew, imagine bacon on In-N-Out.
Never.
Disgusting. Oh my God.
That was good. That was, I want more. I could have had a full one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm gonna have a headache now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't get one of those.
No, I'm fine. Just kidding.
Soft launch a migraine.
To cancel.
No. So you started Felicity. How far have you gotten?
So stupid.
Don't say that I'm on my show.
It's dumb. Okay, I'll keep trying, but I only got. I'm like 5 minutes left of the first ep.
Like my god, yeah. Give it at least 3 or 4 eps.
I will. I mean, you weren't kidding about how fucking weird it is.
It's weird and crazy. I just watched an episode last night that is in the style of the Twilight Zone. The whole episode's black and white. It's like it's an homage to Twilight Zone.
Hold on. Okay, when I Googled what's in the roommate's box.
Okay, I was going to say.
It referred to a Twilight Zone episode, and I just obviously didn't know what that was.
Right.
Don't tell me, because maybe now. Because honestly, now that you said so much,
you know,
I was
a lot.
Watching, I was like, fuck, okay, now I kind of know what's going to happen here.
I won't continue to give spoilers, but when I watched that, I was like, oh, maybe she just like didn't see. There is a reference to what's in the box, but
I didn't see that. It just said like was referred in Twilight Zone episode, but I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know what's in the box.
It's just like
because of Twilight Zone, but it is yeah. It's referenced in that episode. The episode was crazy. At first, I was like, "There's no fucking shot this whole episode's gonna be in this style," but it was. It's a standalone episode.
They do.
That's what I'm saying.
Every style, every storyline, every character.
Yes.
It must be some like case study show where they're like, let's put all cinema in one show.
Yes.
I'm waiting for a murder.
I'm not going to say anything because like shit's still going down. I'm middle of season 2 now.
There's 4.
Yeah, there's 4
so
seasons.
Obviously people were liking it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining. I definitely was like, huh? Like, I feel like I was watching like a tennis match. Like, wait, what is going on right here? But
and it's constant.
I like seeing New York too.
Oh,
like
yes.
Old
New
York.
Yeah.
That's cool to see.
It's very cool to see. I do feel like I guess it is the school year, but I was going to say it's always winter. Like we haven't had like a hot day, but
oh, right. They
like go home. The break in between season 1 and season 2 was summer break.
Got it.
I'm still hooked. Craziness is happening right now.
I'll try. I'm hooked on You right now. Once I finish You, I'll go back to that. But I'm really liking it. I texted Alex last night and said, "Oh my god, You gets good."
I checked. I'm on episode 3, I believe. 3 or 4.
Just wait.
Okay.
Like it. I haven't finished yet, so like I don't know if I'm happy with the ending yet. I don't know, but like. For it to be a finale season of such a layered story that we all know and love, I'm really
doing well.
It's wrapping nicely so far.
Fire. Okay.
Nicely, but like I don't want to say too much.
Are all episodes dropped or is it still rolling out?
I think all are dropped because I'm on like episode 8 and I think there's only 10.
Okay.
I think they're all dropped. Yeah, but it's good. It's like answering a lot of stuff.
Oh,
so that's what I like.
Okay,
because like there's so many,
like that too.
There's a lot of holes.
Yes,
there's a lot of holes and so many moments throughout the past seasons where you're like, "Come on!" Yep. Or like,
okay,
it's just it's nice.
Okay,
it's nice.
I need to. I know. I actually turned it on last night, but then I was like, no, I miss Felicity and the squad.
My girls. I miss my girls.
I miss the squad.
You won't see where it's going.
Okay.
Which that I also like too. Any show that like I can't predict, I'm so happy with, and I'm like,
not
on my
keeps
phone.
you in
like,
it
I'm like
too.
In it. Yeah. I didn't see it going that way. Ooh, it's so good. I want to go watch it. It's so good. Okay, we are going to hop into reading some entries. We had you guys send just like general entries like 2 weeks ago, so we got a lot. We gave you ample time, and you delivered. Right out the gate, the title of this one, I'm like, okay, this person needs us. The title is He's Going to Be a Dad, I'm Not Pregnant. Hey guys, it's Ash. I love you guys. This is a long one. To be quite honest, I'm not doing okay. My ex-boyfriend, love of my life, had a one-night stand and got her pregnant. Backstory coming now. My ex and I were together for only 8 months, but it felt like forever. We were high school best friends and always had a what if to one another. We started talking in July, and in October, I flew out to see him for the first time in 10 years. It was amazing. I felt at home instantly. Everything felt like it was always supposed to be like that. We continued to date and travel to one another. We had daily calls and FaceTimes that lasted hours, date nights over the phone, and even watched movies with one another. True long distance shit. He came home for Thanksgiving and met my village. I flew back to him at the end of the year for 2 weeks. I lived with him for those 2 weeks. He's in the military, so he was also off, and we just hung out. We had the greatest time. I met his entire village and took care of him after a tonsillectomy. It was fun. We truly got to see how we would be with one another. After that, we got word he'd be leaving, and I flew back on Valentine's Day to spend one last week with him before he left for 8 months. A month after that, he broke up with me. Why? Because he felt he couldn't give me what I deserved while he was away. I believed him and wanted him to work on himself, and I work on myself, and we come back stronger than ever. During this time, we are still talking, still saying I love you, still keeping up with one another. He leaves officially 3 days after we break up. It was rough, but I felt fine. He came back a week later due to something on the ship and then left a week later for another week. He checks in with me to let me know he made it, and they were immediately heading out to the next port. 2 weeks go by, and I finally get notice that he made it to the next port. 2 days after he arrives at this port, we're talking, and I ask him if he'd please let me know when a new girl comes into his life. He asked me if that's what I want. No, but I said yes. And he responds with, then I need to tell you something that's going to be difficult to hear. My heart sank. I'm thinking he's going to say he's already moved on. Nope, he responds. I found out today I'm going to be a dad. I'm not pregnant, so I ask him and he tells me that it happened 3.5 weeks ago, about a week after we broke up.
Oh my God.
She was an old friend that happened to be in town the week he had to go back into town due to something happening on the ship. He was drunk and they hooked up. I immediately asked, how does she know already? Who is it? How? Why? What? We're now 2 weeks out from that news. She hasn't been to the doctor. I found out who it was before he could even tell me. He hasn't told his family. And me, I still love him. I would still be with him. What do I do now? Do I move on? I don't deserve this, but also I love him. But he doesn't love me if he was able to sleep with someone so fast, right? I'm lost, guys. I still talk to him. I literally confide in him about how he hurt me. I don't know. Help. With so much love, Ash. This is fucking crazy.
Fucked up.
3.5
weeks ago?
That was quick. I mean, it was quick, and I know that feeling. It feels so transactional. It feels so icky, and then it's also have a child out of it too. All your feelings are super valid. Everything happened quick in the beginning. Like you said you felt so comfortable right away, and it was such a great 8 months, and then it also quickly just someone flipped a switch, turned the lights off. Like I'm sure you're feeling very ungrounded right now, and I just want you to feel validated that like it would be weird if you didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
For you to still be like confiding in him so much, I see you. I get that. It's completely out of comfort. But unfortunately, like this goes with every breakup, right? Like that's the person that comforted us as long as we were together with that person, but the person that hurt you can't really be your like saving grace here. So it's hard to say, but like I would start trying to get back on your feet without leaning on him so much emotionally, because I also can imagine he's not very emotionally equipped right now. He's probably going through a lot in his head too. You have a lot to decide, because like there is a universe where he supports this kid like away from the kid, like out of the kid's life, and you still are with him. But whatever you choose, you kind of need to like wholeheartedly choose. So if you find in the future you wouldn't be okay with being stepmom, that's valid, but then you need to kind of like put yourself on the right path for that now.
Yeah, I think that with these circumstances being so like abnormal, I almost just want to say like treat this as you would any other breakup, where you give yourself the chance to heal, to like really look at the situation with like clear eyes, because I feel like if you are still in contact with him and you don't give yourself a chance to process what happened, then you might be making a very big decision with these lenses on.
Right.
And you really need a clear head going into, I mean, potentially, if you stay with him, like what your life would look like with him being a father. So I think you need to give yourself time apart from him.
I mean, so too.
We always say distance and cutting off all contact is the best way to go about a breakup. And I think you need to treat that as this. That way you can, I mean, if you heartedly feel like you want to be with him, even after you process everything, then you can like reassess the situation. But give yourself some time. It's still so fresh. Like I said, these circumstances are so abnormal. It's crazy to even like treat this as a normal breakup, because I know it doesn't feel like that. It's not, but you still have to go. You still are going through a breakup. You still have to process all the things that you normally do process when you go through a breakup. And you can't neglect that because of this crazy thing that happened on top of it. Just give yourself that time.
Yeah, try and lean into friends or family right now. Try and kind of create those that support group outside of him, because it sounds like you guys were pretty enmeshed before. But yeah, I mean, not above all, but like, let's not forget he also did just freaking do that like 1 week after that would kind of eat at me.
Yeah, I could 1 week.
So I don't know. I don't want to like put fear in you and be like, don't forget he did that, but like also don't forget he did that.
Yeah.
Like it's very much something to take into consideration. If you do end up wanting to be with him, let's also make sure you're actually past that part of what feels like betrayal. Yeah, you were broken up, but like, woof. Yeah. Way to just move on.
Yep.
It's a shitty fucking feeling. So yeah, you're in the right either way.
Okay, here's the next entry. It's called I'm a Panic.
A panic.
Hello to all the girls. Your podcast always brightens my day, and I look forward to each and every episode. I've been watching since my sophomore year of high school, and now I'm about to be a senior in college. I've never actually written in, and when I saw the Insta story, I felt led to send a little email, because I've literally been in a state of panic for the past 2 years. To make a long story short, I switched my major sophomore year for the dumbest fucking reason alive. Basically, stupid drama and friend stuff. I don't really need to bore you with unnecessary details. In the moment, I really did convince myself that I didn't like my major anymore and that it's no longer what I want to do. Looking back, while I don't completely regret my decision, it was rash in the moment and heavily influenced by external factors. I was a graphic design major, and now my major is epidemiology.
What that?
I don't know, but I have to Google it. Epidemiology is the study of distribution and determinants of health-related states or events in specified populations, and the application of that study to the control of health problems.
Oh, like an epidemic.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. That's
medical science branch that studies how diseases and health conditions occur and spread in populations. That is quite the jump. Okay.
Proud of you, though.
Flash forward to now, and I genuinely have no real passions or desire to do anything specific after I graduate. I don't even know where to start. I'm doing so bad in one of my classes, and it makes me feel so incredibly dumb, even though I'm trying so hard, and it's just so discouraging. I have no motivation and have to just force myself to do anything school related, and I graduate next year. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with my life or who I'm supposed to be. I feel like everyone always says college is the best years, and that's when everyone finds themselves, but I'm just not getting that from this. All my friends are getting married, and I'm just here. No passions, lost as hell, single as fuck. I find myself disassociating, and I can't even hardly think about life after college because it makes me want to explode. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what the point of my message is. I guess it's just nice to rant about, because all of these thoughts are only internal. Anyway, you guys are the best, and I hope your day is as fantastic as you make all of your listeners' days. P.S. Song of the day, Magnets. Outfit of the day, Giant, Happier Than Ever, Billy T.
Cute.
Bev, Lemon Raspberry Recess. Snack, white cheddar Cheez-Its. White cheddar cheese. Sorry. Just white cheddar. You're my type of person. PSS, I'll take any advice you have to give. If you see this, I am still panicking. Oh, don't panic. I know. I mean, we're not supposed to know what we want to do for the rest of our lives when we're fucking in our early 20s.
Crazy.
It's so crazy to expect young adults to have all the answers when, like, I know you're not going to want to hear this, but you're kind of like exactly where you're supposed to be at that age. Mm-hmm. It is and I know when you're probably surrounded by a whole bunch of kids your age who are like so passionate about their major and love what they're about to do and have a plan. Like, it could be discouraging when you have to face the fact that, like, you might not be in the right major, but that's also a normal college experience. I think you just have to, like, obviously you said you graduate next year. I think you just have to commit to this next year. But if you want to pivot after that, pivot after that. Like, you don't know how many people I know who have done nothing with their major and completely in a different industry. Like, that's also normal. Yep. So I don't want you to be hung up on the fact that, like, I don't want you to think you chose the rest of your life and, like, you have to stick with it. No, God. Because that's just not the case. I just want to give you a hug because I know how it feels to feel like you're on the wrong path, but you're just at a spot where the world is your oyster. I think it's all about perspective here. Like, you could do anything at this point.
Yeah. Having no direction is like kind of the best direction.
Exactly.
Then you can make the direction that you want.
Yeah.
I also think, like, when you said that, like, she's exactly where she's supposed to be at, like, that point in college, I almost feel like, because that's such, like, a universal college experience, is people being like, what am I doing? Why did I choose this major? Like, you hear that literally all the time.
Yeah.
I think those years are meant to build your confidence in yourself, because that type of comparison in life will always be there.
Yeah.
Even when you're out of college, you're still gonna, you guys hear people writing all the time, oh, people around me everyone's getting married or whatever. Like, comparison will always be there. I think these are the years to just, like, really kind of focus on you and be confident in yourself and, like, not what you want to do, but, like, why, if that makes sense. Like, if you can kind of go
once you find the what, that's a good point.
Go within and figure out, like, you know, by all means, you don't need to figure out everything because that's impossible, but at least I feel like I'm not finding the right words for it, but, like, at least taking the time to, like, look within to figure out your motivation to your next step. Are you, like, I hope I'm making sense of the difference of those two things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that you need to have, like, 5-year plan. I'm going to apply for this job. Like, but more so knowing your intent.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Because it doesn't go anywhere, the comparison thing. I mean,
no,
it ebbs and flows. Like, there's times in your life where it'll be better and whatnot. But, like,
this is just life.
I think it's just, like, human nature. Like, it just feels heavier because you're literally in a classroom and you can, like, it's like in, like, the math problems in front of your face. You can see
right
X amount of kids knowing what they want to do and the other amount not, like, it's all just in front of your eyes, but, like, it kind of doesn't go anywhere.
No, I mean, you even hear us, like, what the fuck are we doing with our lives? God,
yeah,
but
I literally might go to acupuncture school. Like, what does that have to do with anything I'm doing right now?
No, nothing. But, like, that's
nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, you could just change. You can just change. You're in a beautiful spot right now where, like, no direction is a good direction because just you have a blank canvas. So that's what I mean. Like, with the blank canvas, if you're going to start painting again, come from, like, a point of at least knowing who you are to the core.
Yeah.
Not wholeheartedly, because, again, that's something you learn all your life is who you are because you evolve. But, like, right now what's going to make you happy for the foreseeable future, because that's all you can really control. Kind of like you kind of can't even control that, but
just take it day by day too.
I feel like I just talked in a circle, but you know what I mean. Also, I like how at the end you said what you were wearing and your song of the day. Like, can you guys start doing that when you write in now?
I love that
because I
can picture you
like typing or whatever.
Yep.
Also, the raspberry lemon recess, I had that for the first time the other day. #1 flavor that they've ever dropped. I think it's kind of new. Yes.
Ooh.
They also dropped an orange vanilla one.
Ooh.
I haven't tried it. I want to try it.
Probably like sherbet
or like a creamsicle. Okay, next one is actually an update from, it looks like they wrote in October, but I totally remember the entry. I think you will too. So the original title was "OnlyFans Ruined My Relationship."
Yep.
All right. The intro says K-A and L. I pictured Leanna.
Oh wait, yeah.
I think they meant like Link.
Link.
I was gonna say Lixon. Hello, Lincoln Lixon. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Last time I wrote in was October, the Halloween episode. I was recently going through a breakup that ended due to a hidden porn addiction for my partner of 3 years. And let me tell you, I am doing so much better.
Of course you are.
Duh. Like I can end the entry here. Like, duh. It hurt a lot, but I felt every single emotion. I let myself lean on everyone around me, coworkers, family, friends, neighbors, my therapist, strangers even, though I mainly leaned on myself the whole time. I was so silly to forget how great I am, but I forgive myself. I am so much better at giving myself grace. I'm so much more content in my alone time because it's not finite. I've never heard that.
Really?
I know like infinite.
Finite.
Is infinite or is finite the opposite of infinite or something?
I don't know if it's the opposite. Maybe. Finite, like definite.
I think I was born today, so I've never heard that. I am willingly giving myself to others around me again. I'm a better version of myself than I have ever been. My boundaries are clearer. My relationships are sweeter. My allowance for bullshit is non-existent. And my realization of self-worth grows more and more each day. My family and I are closer. I've been working on what was once a broken relationship with my dad. We now call one another a few times a month. I have healthy boundaries with my mom and no longer allow her to let me feel guilty for moving a state away. My friends see a change in me and allowed me to figure out how to be me again while lending a helping hand. I love singing and have started vocal lessons. My best friends moved out of our apartment building and I don't feel alone. I'm getting facials every 6 weeks to figure out my acne, and for once in my life, I have a working skincare routine. Such a good feeling. I've read 10 books so far this year.
Damn.
I'm thriving in work and am about to interview for a promotion. I turned 26 without my partner and it felt great.
Oh.
And just this past weekend, I graduated to bi-weekly therapy sessions. In my low times, I would listen back to the Oddvice you guys gave me in that Halloween episode, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh.
I also wanted this to serve as a reminder to any listeners that it does and will get better. No need for advice this entry, but I'm sure I'll be back for some in the future. Maybe when I start dating. I'm finally shaving my legs again, a true sign that I'm ready to get back out there. I love you both. And of course, Link. And I hope that the beginning of May is amazing for you all. Again, thank you, ladies. S. No need to be anon. P.S. I'm going to Govball this year. Are you?
Wait,
it's going to be like a game time decision if we do. We don't really have like a plan.
When is it, June or July? June.
I think it's June.
Okay.
It's in like a month from now.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. We'll see. For me, at least, it'll be like day pass, let's go. But as of now, no plan. I mean, you said it at the end. You wanted this to serve as a reminder to listeners that it does and will get better. It's exactly why I read it.
Yep.
Like,
you got your spark back. And we always say you will.
You always will. You always will. And everybody listening, even the
writer before.
The writer, the first entry, like, this is the game. This is life. This is what we do. Like, and you can apply this to way beyond just
relationships,
heartbreak and stuff. Yeah, this is just life. Like, even like, I was talking about this yesterday with my acupuncturist because she was like, "What's going on?" And I just like told her everything, just like my mom and shit, everything. And I like zoomed out and I was like, I'm just playing the game. Like things just get hard and then they stop being hard and then they get hard again for another reason and then they just stop being hard. Like this is just what
humans are resilient.
This is just like why we're here, guys. Like, you know, just it takes some pressure off like needing to control it or like thinking if something bad does happen, you're like doing something wrong or on your life. Like it's sometimes shit just happens, but you just bounce back and you get better and you start vocal lessons and you start shaving your legs.
Right.
And then all is good in the world. So to the writer, we are so proud of you. Wow. I'm so happy. And
thank you for the update.
Made me happy that you were like re-listening to the episode too to kind of ground you. So I'm glad
that's
we
very
could
cool.
be a resource because sometimes I feel like I have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay, here's the next entry. It's called Am I in Love with My Kindergarten Boyfriend? Hey, lovely ladies, hear me out. I recently got back in touch with my kidder, though I want to say second grade boyfriend, my first crush, boyfriend, kiss, first love damn near.
Damn.
He said the last time we saw each other was in 6th grade. We're in our 30s now. Jesus. We've been texting nonstop since the beginning of April. Everything is just so comfortable with him. He's so easy to talk to. Here's the kicker. We live 4 hours away from each other, and he's also in a relationship with the mother of his child. No. I feel so bad he and ha-haing with this man, even talking about meeting up to get a drink next time I'm in his town. I just can't let him go. Tell me what I need to do, please.
No.
Love you, ladies. Keep it anonymous. You never know who hears these stories. You need to let him go.
No, come on. You know.
Also, like, saying he's in a relationship with the mother of his child, like, he has a whole, he's
a family.
He's a family.
Yeah.
He has a family. There's a child involved.
No.
Just don't. You don't want to be with someone who's
4
like
hours
this.
away. It's not even worth, like, chasing something that might.
No.
Like, because I get it. Sometimes people, like, they do cheat and then it ends up being the love of their life. Like, that's not this. Like,
but yeah, like, this might sound kind of harsh, but you have to look at the situation from his perspective. Like, I feel like something might be up with him that he needs to deal with, and he's trying to find just some kind of thing to relieve the pressure. Mm-hmm. Like this,
no commitment, just texting 4 hours away.
Yeah. Like what are you going to really get out of this?
Don't do it. It's just, there's a kid involved too. That's where I fucking draw the line.
Yeah.
Like adults cheat on each other and like, that's an adult thing. But if there's a kid involved,
that poor kid,
exactly. And like that, as we all know, creates sometimes irreversible fucking damage to them. And kids can pick up on that shit too. If he's a little like less involved at home, whatever, like you don't want to be that girl. This is very selfish.
Yeah.
And it feels harsh, but you asked, you wrote in. So, yep, that's my final answer.
Let him go. Literally just like stop responding. You don't like, no, you don't want to.
Yeah. God damn it. Little kid. Okay, next entry. The title says possible engagement breakup after election. Please help. Hi girls. Starting by saying I love the podcast and I've been watching Kristen since the beginning. Love y'all to goddamn death. Now let's get into it. I was the token single and celibate friend for years when I ended up meeting my fiance in July of 2021. It was a fast and hard fall, but I was so happy that I was finally getting the love I waited so long for. Everything was a dream while we built our lives together. He had just bought a house, so I moved in and we made it a home. It's always been good vibes and easy for us. We got engaged on our 3-year anniversary at the place we met, and he surprised me with all my closest friends to celebrate with us after, literally over the frickin' moon. So when the elections rolled around late last year, it started to crack our emotional connection. As a privileged white man who grew up in a middle-class family, he couldn't understand why I was so worried and why I would let politics upset me so much. As an Aries woman, shout out Kristen, who has immense empathy and passion for human rights and currently is in Texas, I came in hot. I wanted him to understand so badly. It's not that he necessarily disagrees with how I feel and what I advocate for, but instead he thinks there's nothing we can do to actually make a difference. He also loves to play devil's advocate, which I agree can open up conversations, but and be insightful, but with such heavy and deep topics, it's not what I want to hear from my life partner. After months of sporadic blow-ups about this, when the election results were finalized, my soul was crushed. I knew what was to come, and I was right, given the hindsight. I started to shut down and not bring up these big feelings I was and am having, knowing that if I tried to decompress with him, it would lead to another argument. Luckily, I have friends to talk about these issues we face as a country, and since my fiance is not on Instagram, I often make my voice heard there. I have known for a while now that this fix of avoiding talking to him about it has widened the emotional gap between us. Because of this, we've stopped being intimate as often. It breaks my heart because this is supposed to be the love of my life. I keep revisiting my feelings when we first met, when I was so sure that this is what I had waited for so long. But coming back to how I'm feeling now, I'm not so sure. He says that because of our earlier arguments, that when politics are brought up now, it causes him to go into fight or flight mode. Even when I approach the situation delicately and just give him a 2% watered down throwaway statement, a lot of the times to test the waters if I'm okay to share or not, it still ends up with him saying something like, "Don't ruin the night," or "Why do you always have to do this?" He always apologizes after and says he will try his hardest to respond better, but I just don't know if that's enough. How many times do I have to get the same reaction before I'm done trying? We are quite literally experiencing major historic events in real time, and I can't even debrief or vent or evaluate the situation with who is supposed to be my teammate for the rest of my life. We haven't set a wedding date despite being pressured consistently by everyone, and we've brushed it off as it's just us taking our time. But as the emotional disconnect becomes more apparent, I just don't know if this is right for me anymore. Obviously, every couple will go through difficult times together, but not all of them make it through. Should I continue to try and be vulnerable? Continuing as we are with the emotional disconnect, it isn't an option for either of us. How long do we keep trying? Am I making this too big of a deal? I feel so incredibly lost, and I can't even imagine to start a life over without him. This is such a big problem for so many people, and you are not being over dramatic at all. I think this standard that people might or might not have in relationships, that standard being seeing eye to eye politically, I think it varies relationship to relationship. Like some people care, some people don't, whatever. But you being someone who clearly does care validates your side of this completely. If you clearly care that your partner sees eye to eye with you politically and he is not seeing eye to eye with you politically, no, I don't think you should continue this into this marriage. I would, if I was in your position, just going off your entry, I think this is a recipe to leave someone because like you said, it doesn't just come out when like we're talking politics at the family, at Thanksgiving, whatever. Like it's affecting you intimately. It's shutting you down like on an emotional level to where if he's supposed to be part of like your emotional team. And if you are going to slowly, which you already have started, resenting him, not wanting to open up to him, what about later in life when all this scar tissue has now been built up emotionally and you guys go through something hard in life? You're not going to want to confide in him, but you have to like share a roof with him, potentially have kids with him. Hell no.
No.
I would leave. And I think all of this to say like, and this is now beyond the person who wrote in. I feel like we've even said before, like, as we get older, especially like into our adult relationships, I really do think it's important that we all assess, especially in the world we live in now, that we all assess where we lie on that like standard spectrum. Like, do you like to have debates with your partner and you're okay having separate views on politics? Then so be it. But it's really important that if you are someone who's like, you need to see eye to eye, that you figure that out before you go deeper into the relationship. And that's not to put down the writer at all. Like I'm not saying like, you fucked up. I trust, like, that's not what I mean. I just think like I said, especially with the world we're in now, it's something to consider.
Yeah.
Even,
I mean,
like,
now
friends,
more
too.
than ever, like, I feel like even 15 years ago, people were a lot more lax in where they saw the people around them politically.
Yeah.
Also, my thing is you kept saying, like, do we keep trying? Will we see eye to eye on this? From my perspective, like, hearing you write in, it sounds like he's not trying at all. For him to continually shut you down every time you try
Don't ruin the night.
yeah, every time you try and express something, you even having to like test the waters, like, okay, can I say this tonight? Like, you're already on edge with these conversations,
Eggshells.
and he's putting you off completely every single time. I'm not seeing any universe in where you are able to even set a boundary between you guys where you're like, oh, can I vent about this? And he's like, yeah, let's talk about it. Like, he is so not into it. And like Kristen said, hearing how passionate you are about it, I don't want you to dim that light
No.
for him, knowing how much he doesn't care.
Yeah.
This is something that you guys need to match up on. Every partner should match up on.
Or not, like, whatever, but like, go off your value. You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah. If it doesn't matter to either of you, then
Great.
fine. Great. That's a match. But if you're so passionate about it and he literally tells you to stop talking every time you try and bring it up, this is an issue. And it's not one
Yeah.
that could just be like solved. It sounds like he doesn't even care. He doesn't want to hear it.
This is a situation of many where love isn't what
No.
like, people are like, love is all you need. Like, no, not in a life partner. You need someone who's like when times get rough, when you're losing a parent, who are you gonna lean on to like cry and break down to? What if you have a kid and God forbid something happens to the kid? Like,
Yeah.
when life's gonna get a whole lot harder at times, and you want to be able to like really lean on that person. So no, I
think this is a
say
huge
with this person.
Yeah, this is the huge sign. I'm almost glad that a lot of this is coming out before you even picked a wedding date. Like,
There's a reason.
you still have an out. I don't want you to feel locked in just because you said yes.
Yeah, God no. I mean, divorce, baby.
Right.
It's a booming industry.
Okay, here is the next entry. I'm part of the problem. First entry. Hi, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, podcast mommies.
Hello, daughter.
I think this is where I submit an entry. I should know because I've been listening to the pod since day one and have been on Patreon since it started too. Hi. Yes, this is correct. But also hearing you're on Patreon, you can also send in things, DM us on the Patreon app, and we'll get to.
You're kind of yelling.
Am I yelling? Because I don't have headphones on. I don't have headphones on. I think this is my
I
normal
feel like
voice.
it'd be even more for reason for you to know you're yelling.
No.
No, it's just kind of, I don't know. Maybe my hearing went out or something. I don't know.
Am I yelling?
Like a little.
Okay. I don't have headphones on. I have no perception of sound. Can't hear myself.
Yes, you can.
But not like I'm a singer, you know? Like
Yeah. Like, you know, if you're, what are those? Your in-ears.
Right.
We should wear in-ears. We should get in-ears like made. Actually, no, they would put goo in your ear
Fuck that.
to get your mold, but I would think it would go like
Yeah.
in brain. Sorry.
Okay, continuing.
Keep it down.
Yeah, you can message us on Patreon too.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm a yeller. I don't give
she
a fuck.
She do be yelling.
Okay. Your two most recent episodes made me realize I'm part of the problem. LOL. But seriously, thank you for sharing where you're at. A little intro to me. I'm a 25-year-old dental hygienist. I love art, running, snowboarding, kiteboarding. Wow.
Oh, what's that?
I think it's in the water when you use a kite to like pull you on like a boogie board. I think. Look it up.
Oh my God. Oh,
that
it's
it?
kind of like the parasail, but you're not on a boat. It's just you.
It's just
I see what you mean.
The kite. That's cool. Wow. You're adventurous.
Oh, yeah, you're crazy.
Spending time outside with my puppy, Kylo, and my sister, Megan, and our two kitties, who is also a huge Oddvice fan. Your kitties or Megan? Probably Megan.
Probably cats. Megan can't stand us.
Megan is the cat.
That's a cute cat name, actually.
Shout out. Hi, Maggie. Hey, Meg.
Hi, Maggie.
About the topic of being a consumer, you two are creators I can listen to anything from. Your voices and hearing updates in your world are such a constant in my life, so I never feel picky or wish you'd talk about anything more. I just wish you'd talk longer.
Really?
Sometimes we are like, God,
it's too
shut
long.
up.
I think our episodes are way too long. but for you and Maggie, anything.
I guess more people like me writing in would help with that. You both truly have been so influential in my life, which has had so many transitions this past year. The biggest one being my sister and I bought a home last spring. And just last weekend, we both moved out. I moved in with my wonderful partner of 1 year. I will say some advice I would appreciate is both of you talking again about your experiences moving in with boys. It has been smooth sailing so far, but somewhere deep inside, I feel like I'm losing some independence moving from a home I own to a home he owns, to no fault of him at all. It feels slightly vulnerable, which is awesome and scary all at the same time. Because I know Meg is listening to this, we should shout her out. That amazing young lady is moving to San Juan Island in the Salish Sea north of Washington State. To be a sea kayak guide for the summer, stepping so out of our comfort zone and into the deep end. It's a huge transition for us to move apart and away from each other, though. We're BFFs and sisters all in one. We both look up to you like big sissies and love everything you do. Thanks ahead for reading if you even got this far. Tell Lincoln Vixen hi. I'll attach pics of us and our animals for you guys. Hee hee. No need to keep it on. Love you millions.
Shout out Megan.
No, this is Lauren. Megan is Sissy.
No, I know, but she said shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
Megan.
And also Lauren.
And also Lauren. Oh.
Who's that?
That's Kylo.
I would die for Kylo.
Oh, my God.
Look at those ears in there flopping. What a babe.
Oh, and the kitties. That's Meg.
That's I don't know. Can I see the sister?
But yeah.
I need context because right now your sister's
Oh,
a cat.
hi, guys. Oh, that's a big boy.
I thought Megan was going to be brunette. In my head, Megan was a brunette.
She was. You know what? That might be natural hair color brunette.
Are you guys naturally brunette?
You guys are so cute and adventurous sisters.
Yeah, cool. Shout out Megan for that summer gig. That's going to be so cool.
Kick ass.
That's really, be safe though. I don't know. Rocks and stuff. I don't know. Seems risky.
I'm glad you brought up moving into your partner's house and it feeling kind of vulnerable. I feel like that's probably a word that you wouldn't usually associate with like moving in somewhere, but you seem like you have a level of self-awareness that is admirable. I think there's I think that'll go away. I think once you get comfortable with your partner, you start to feel like it is your home too. It is like you're something you're gonna have to like work out, but I'm glad. I don't know. I'm just glad you brought that up because
it doesn't take away from
exactly.
your victories, like owning a house with your sister, which is fucking dope and crazy, and congrats to you both. But it doesn't don't let it take away from like you.
I don't know like your partner's perspective on this, but he might own the house, but it's your house too. Yeah. Like I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or I guess what I'm getting at is like the vulnerability that you might feel. I don't want you to feel like you're in his house. Like you guys are in a partnership. You live together. It is just as much. I mean, that's something that like I struggle with on my end. Like sometimes I feel like this is my house, but like I have a partner who lives with me and it is both of our house. And it's something that you have to like actively think about when you think about decorating or like spending time together, spending time in like physically together in the house or separately. Like it is something that will like the thought will reoccur as you start to like, I don't know if you've lived together before or it doesn't sound like it.
I don't think so. That's
but
what I got.
It's something that you have to kind of figure out. One thing that me and my partner are kind of dealing with is we can't agree on like what shows to watch.
That's hard.
It's really hard, and like we've argued about it. I'll like go in the room and be like, "Fine, you watch your show. I'll watch
it
mine."
in here in the other TV. Which is also fine.
Exactly. But it's expressing that in the moment and figuring it out and not letting it get to you. Like, yeah, you'll have little arguments about it, but it's not a big deal. Like, you guys will be fine. It's just an adjustment period, and like recognizing that will be very helpful, and just remembering that it is both of your guys' space no matter what. Those are like the important key things, because I think it's probably very easy to spiral and let it all go, but just remembering that you guys are in it together is important.
Yeah, I think this is a universal experience. Even people just living with new people in general, or in a relationship, I think it just boils down to like just making sure you're staying on top of communicating what you're not liking or what you want to change, and not letting it build any resentments, or not letting it blow over, because then that can subconsciously start making you feel like your opinions aren't valid, which they're equally as valid, because it's equally your home, like we keep coming back to. So check in with each other, constantly check in. And, I like to think there's no such thing as checking in too much, especially in the beginning when you're kind of like figuring out just the routine. It will start to, like, the kinks always kind of work themselves out. It's just you have to put in the work to keep communicating when a kink comes up.
Exactly.
Okay, this is going to be the last entry. The subject says, "What if I'm happier alone?" Hello, ladies. I want to say that listening to you two every Monday feels like the conversations I have with my older sister, who I'm very close to, but sometimes I don't want to bother her with my thoughts, which is why I'm here bothering you. I got out of a 4-year relationship 3.5 years ago. It took me so long to heal and find closure alone. Your closure episode was one of my favorites, by the way. Now I feel like I'm healed because I could date someone, and what they do to hurt me will not cause me to spiral and put myself in a situation where my self-worth is compromised. Anyway, here's my problem. There's a guy who I'm talking to. He lives across the country. We met a long time ago once and rekindled our friendship mid last year. He has been everything I have ever wanted in a man: romantic, funny, a feminist, and works out without being your typical gym bro. I work out all the time, so this is important to me because it'll be a form of quality time. Problem is, I don't feel anything for him romantically. He's, quote, perfect, for lack of a better word, but I'm not physically attracted to him, nor do I feel excited about him. It constantly makes me feel like I am broken or a horrible person. Am I better off alone, or have I just not found who is meant for me? Am I not as healed as I thought and sabotaging what could potentially be a great thing? It makes me feel shallow, but then I don't know, because looks have never been something I'm ever concerned about when I truly like someone. So my fixation on a lack of physical attraction is sort of a red flag that maybe I don't like him enough. P.S. I did tell him I did not have feelings for him, but he says he'd wait for me. But I don't know how to feel about that. He can be a tad bit overbearing, and it overwhelms me and scares me. Constantly texting me, showing up unannounced to my house when he's in town, etc.
Okay.
Am I pushing him away, or am I just not that into him? Am I horrible for not liking the nice guy? Help. Thank you guys. Sorry for the long email. Kiss Link and Vixen for me. I don't think you are overreacting at all. And yeah, I think you just
don't like him.
Like him. And it's kind of that simple. And that's okay. I think you're actually second guessing yourself because he's so overbearing. Yeah. That he's kind of making you feel a little guilty is kind of what I'm picking up, that you're not like right there, because he's like, oh wait. Yeah. And like he's
into it as much as he is.
And like that would honestly, like, I feel like that would make me feel like, I mean, it'd freak me out, but I would start feeling like bad for him.
Right. Like, should I be like gaslighting myself? Like, should I be where he's at?
And that's never a foundation to start any type of love. But all the good things you were saying, I do think this can just be a beautiful representation of traits you want in the next person. It's not him, but it's okay. Like, just because you're liking these traits doesn't mean he's the one. Right. I just think you're allowed to kind of mentally note them, know what to look for in the next people or person, whatever, and move on. But no, I don't think you like him, and I think that's fine.
And I don't think you like, I get the feeling of like, maybe I'm better off alone, but I don't think you need to like hard left on the other end of the spectrum so drastically. I think it's just, he might not be the one, but that doesn't mean that you won't find the one eventually. But I also don't want you to like hyperfixate on that either, because if we go into every scenario thinking like maybe he's the love of my life, I mean, we've talked about this before, like you're just adding another level of pressure that will most likely set you up for failure, and then you get the fear of rejection, and like it's a snowball effect. But yeah, I just don't want you to be hung up on that. So just give yourself time, and I just don't think you like him.
I like where your head's at too. Like that, because I honestly, like, sadly, I do feel like it's a really common thing in dating nowadays on both ends, is like just people wanting to be liked. But you're over here like, all right, he hella likes me, but like I don't like him, and you're not just going with him because he's there and he likes you and right now and it's convenient. I think you have a great head on your shoulders. Even you recognizing that you don't usually care about looks, but right now you're caring about looks. So it's kind of a flag to you being like, well, wait, I think I'm just really not vibing with this guy. Like you are very self-aware from what I'm picking up from this entry. And I like where your head's at. So don't second guess yourself.
Yeah. Agreed.
Ding, ding, ding. We should ring bells when we agree with each other.
Should we get a little bell on set?
God, no, it'd be so annoying.
Come on.
I already
cowbell?
felt bad. More cowbell. I already felt like these bangles were annoying this whole episode. People would hate, I've been putting it on my arm. People would hate a bell.
Yeah.
It was
Ding,
bad.
ding,
It was bad.
ding.
It was a bad suggestion. I have a lot of those. I want a compilation of bad suggestions that I feel like we always kind of have these moments on the podcast.
Yeah.
And there was another compilation. I thought about this earlier when you said finite.
Every time we don't
compilation
know a
of me
word.
being like, what does that mean? It's every episode that one of you guys write in some word and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, we be looking shit up a lot.
Oh, we pause constantly because like it makes me feel so dumb with how many words I don't
No, but
fucking know.
I actually think about that a lot, and it makes me want to, like, I feel like when I don't know a word, it makes me want to just read more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think it's because we're not readers and we just don't. It's
don't
not
know
in
how to
our
read.
It's right. That's one
I
of
need
the
to go to
struggles.
read school.
Yeah, you should.
Read school.
You should learn those letters.
I don't know. It just made me feel dumb. But anyway, yeah, I want compilations of both those things.
So if anyone out there has
The
some spare time.
Just have at it. Have fun.
Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. I want omakase. I'm so excited
So
to
hungry.
eat. Yeah.
Vixie, you want some sushi?
She's actually gonna come. We're gonna
She will walk
we're gonna
all over the
skin her
counter
alive
Kristen,
and put her over rice.
don't do that.
She would not taste good.
It would taste like chicken.
Yeah, she's like a true. I'm actually give her one after this.
Yeah.
All right, gotta go. Gotta give her a little treat.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you later for Patreon. We can just keep the general advice column going.
Yes. We'll send you a reminder.
DM us there, like Alex said. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you rate and review our show. It helps us out a lot. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, like this video. That also helps us out a lot because we work for the algorithm. Numbers are everything. The algorithm is everything.
We are the algorithm.
I am algorithm. That'd be a good Halloween costume. I don't know how. I don't know yet. Just like if you were like, you know, when people do like the figurative costumes.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're a phrase, but they put it in like a costume.
Yeah.
Like they'll be a mouse with a cookie and they're like, what are you? I'm going to give a mouse a cookie.
Right.
Like imagine being the algorithm. I don't know what you'd look like.
I don't know. I'll think about
like
it.
wires.
Yeah. Or like code. Just like lime green, black with lime green.
Yeah. Like, well, Matrix. People would think.
Well,
Matrix.
letters, not like Morse code.
Beep, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Dash, dot, dot, dash.
Backslash.
/ https www. All right, Robo Talk.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
Bye.